Welcome to Bible Reader Companion. We're continuing our look at Hebrews chapters 9 through 11. And we want to take today and tomorrow from Hebrews chapter 11. As we look at this great chapter of faith, the thing I want us to always remember about Hebrews chapter 11 is that the people were ordinary people. What made them great was their faith. Let's look at a couple of verses at the beginning of this chapter. Hebrews chapter 11, verses 1 and 2, and then verse 6. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtained good testimony. Drop down now to verse 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he who comes to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him. As we look at the people in the Bible and the people that are included in this chapter, and we say, what makes them different? He tells us. He tells us what makes them different, and that is, he says, by it. By what? By faith. The elders obtained a good testimony. Why? Because without faith, it's impossible to please God. You cannot be pleasing to God without faith. So, well, did all the right things. Doesn't matter if you do all the right things, if you do them for all the wrong reasons. A lot of people do good things with bad motives. A lot of people do good things accidentally. It's just how they were raised, how their parents taught them. But it's not because of their faith and their trust in God. If you want to be pleasing to God, if you want to be acceptable to God, you must have faith. God isn't interested in blind service. God isn't interested in just some list of actions. God's interested in us having an interest in him, trusting in him, believing in him, understanding him. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. There are things God has promised that we cannot see. We can't see heaven. Those in this generation have never seen Christ, but they provided the evidence. We've got faith in those things, and the faith is what gives us the substance to believe in those things. Now, God doesn't expect us. As some would say, faith is not. Some believe faith is just sort of a blind thing you accept for just because somebody told you to. God never expected that. God provides all kinds of evidence of who he is. Throughout this book, he talks about things that these people would be familiar with. Jesus and who he was and his sacrifice. The apostles frequently focused on the resurrection of Jesus, the miracles that he had performed, the prophecies, all things that could be checked out. God has always provided evidence of who he is and given man reason to have faith in him. The question is, will we? Because you cannot please him. You cannot obtain good testimony without faith. It is the very foundation of our relationship with God. Thank you for thinking on these things, and we hope you'll join us again tomorrow.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook for more content like this.